What's up YouTube, CoinFlip back, and today I wanted to go over some of my goals for 2024. We're at the end of January already and this month has just flown by, so figured I had to get this video out quick before you know it, half the year's over. But we had a pretty good year. It was our first year on YouTube. If you guys have been watching since the beginning, I really appreciate that. If you're new here, we do lots of different things on this channel, primarily coin roll hunts, silver stuff, unboxings, that sort of thing. But sometimes we'll go over some of the silver market and things that are going on outside of that. So I just like to kind of go over the things that relate to me and hopefully can possibly relate to you. Some of the things that I want to do this year in 2024 is just continue to bring you great content moving forward. Again, depending on what flavor of the game you're in, whether it's coin roll hunts, silver stacking, debt clock stuff, or just the market in general. But we're getting more and more into numismatics as well, so we really enjoy that. So one of the first goals I have of 2024 is on my silver stack. And that is going to include, I think I increased my stack by approximately 200 ounces in 2023. And again, that isn't anything to brag, but I think that's a healthy number. But this year I want to start looking into possibly about 300 ounces as my goal for 2024. Definitely want to increase my stack, and we're shooting for 300 ounces in 2024. This is just more of a personal goal for me, and I understand people have different budgets. Just do what you can. I'm not a financial advisor. I just think it's an awesome hobby to have, to invest in your future, especially with the fiat dollar the way it's going. So again, I'm not a financial advisor. Use your best judgment. Do what's best for you and your budget. But my goal for 2024 is 300 ounces. The next thing that I want to do is I want to hunt more boxes. So majority of my channel is going to be coin roll hunts, and I don't have exact numbers of those boxes that we hunted in 2023. I think the channel started in February or March, so it wasn't even a complete year. But this year, these two rolls of nickels are just kind of a symbolism of the coin roll hunts and what we want to hunt this year. We just want to do more boxes in general, and we want to do a better job of keeping track of that and kind of bringing you along that journey. Again, everyone's going to be different on how many bank accounts they have and how many boxes they're able to order every week. Therefore, depending on the banks around you, if you're in a small town, you may be limited or have to drive further too. So you may not have that luxury to hunt more boxes. So my goal is just to hunt more boxes in general. Last year, if you saw my recap, I think we had about $700 in silver found at face value, and that's just the coin roll hunts. And going back to the silver stack, I didn't include any of the actual numismatic silver content either. So we did purchase some of that. We'll go over that here in just a little bit, but the actual stat game was, not including the numismatic items. Another thing that we really are looking forward to in getting everything kind of figured out and seeing what's going to work best. My schedule is not the greatest for having live streams, but I do want to have them, and I do want to have auctions. I think that is a fun part of the community. It does help the channel. And one of the things that I want to be looking to purchase here in the near future is going to be a metal detector. So the sooner I can get that stuff up and going, the sooner it's going to help justify and pay for, say, a metal detector, which again can bring you better content and more things that maybe you guys enjoy as well. So, and just offer diversity at the channel, just because I feel like, if you do the same thing over and over, it tends to get a little bit dry or very monotonous. So I like to switch it up. We want to get a metal detector. We want to get some live streams. We want to continue stacking silver. And then lastly, we want to finish off some collections. We have started some collections, which have been pretty cool. We've been buying more numismatic stuff and numismatic items, and just picking up some really nice pieces that we eventually have graded or what have you. But 1904 again, just a high quality piece in my opinion, and we just want to do more of this stuff. So this stuff's been very, very fun, finding these unique pieces to have, and we want to start some or continue some collections. We recently picked this Lincoln Dansko album up at the local coin shop. It's a used version. You can usually pick these up pretty cheap, generally under between the $10 and $20 range. And so we took all of our finds from 23, put them in here, and then if you also watch the coin collection video, we put some of those cents in this album as well, just because this is going to be an album that takes forever, I feel like, to complete. But we're doing pretty good on the later years for obvious reasons, but this is one of the collections we want to try to finish up this year. Obviously, the hard ones are going to be the 1909S and SVDB, but totally doable. So that's something that we want to look into finishing at some point this year. And we picked up a couple of these albums, my son and I, at a local garage sale this year, and ended up getting a Peace Dollar album, 2 Morgan Dollar albums, and a large cent album, which I gifted to him for Christmas with a few coins in it for him to get him started. So unfortunately, don't have that right now. That's in his room. But anyway, we want to complete our Peace Dollar. Most of these Peace Dollars, it's a small album to fill, but most of these Peace Dollars, to be honest, we've gotten from the coal bin. So nothing crazy, doesn't cost a lot of money. A lot of these are $24, $25. The exception, I think, for me, and this one is probably the 27s. I think I paid $30, $35. And then, of course, the 1921, which is one that I have recently picked up, appears to be in that VF range thereabouts. But yeah, unfortunately, I think it may have been cleaned. So otherwise, it's a pretty cool coin, and it's one I've been wanting. So going back to that numismatic thing in gold, just picking up higher quality numismatics for me is something I really enjoy. And speaking of numismatics, this is one that I just happened to pick up, and I feel like I got a screaming deal on this thing. So 1916 Denver Merc Dime, key date. She is the one and only, and overall I'm pretty happy. I think it's in that VG8 range, which puts this at a pretty valuable coin. These are tough to get, and came across the opportunity, and thankfully I was able to win that one on an auction. So I'm super happy with that. But overall, just kind of wanted to go over some of my goals and what I want to be doing and some things to look out for. So if you have any advice or anything that you want to see in particular, feel free to shoot those comments below. Love the feedback, love the enthusiasm from you guys, and definitely appreciate the support. So as always, thanks for watching. Coin Flip out.